Okay, so welcome to all of you. Today we will see the bisection method. Okay, so now how to find the root of a polynomial, some polynomial equation or some equation in x. So there is a bisection method. How to find the roots of a equation with the help of the bisection method. So step one. Find a b belongs to R such that f of a into f of b is less than 0. Okay. Step second, x1 is equal to a plus b upon 2 be the first approximate root. Step third, if f of a into f of x1 is less than 0, then root lies between a and x1. If f of a into f of x1 greater than 0, root lies in this. Okay, so if f of b into f of x1 is less than 0, then root lies between b and x1. Then step 4. x2 is equal to a plus x1 upon 2 or x2 is equal to b plus x1 upon 2. You have to take this. Okay, if this is less than 0, then your root lies between this. So if it is positive, then ignore this. So then you have to take f of b into f of x1, root lies between. Okay, and step 4, go to step 3. Okay, so do this up to we get a desired root. So that means what? So go on doing this onward. So if they want up to 4 decimal places, so that means what here for x2 and x3 they are equal up to 4 decimal places, then stop the process. If they ask for 2 decimal places, if your x2 and x3 are equal to the 2 decimal places, then stop your x3 up to x3. Otherwise go on to find x1, x2, x3, x4 and so on. Okay. Now see with the help of the diagram, now geometrical interpretation. Geometrical we will see this one. Now your function is continuous. Okay, so your function is continuous, and this is what. Suppose this is your a, this is your b, and this will be your function. This. So here what? F of a is negative, f of a is positive, and f of b is negative. Okay. So suppose this is your a. Okay. So now your a plus b is what? Suppose this a plus b upon 2. So suppose this is x1. Then see, this is what? F of x1 is negative now. Then your root lies between this now. Root lies between x this. So the middle one is what? Then this is your x2 suppose. Then this is what? Positive. Okay. This is positive. Then root lies between this. Then you have to take this as x3. Then middle of this one. This is negative. This will what? This will be your x3. Then this is negative. Right? Your f of x3 is negative. So then it is negative. Then this is positive. Then your root is lies between this and this. Okay, so this is your y-axis, this is your x-axis. In this way, you can judge the root of this equation. Okay, so it is better to solve a problem so that you will understand how to find the root of the equation by using bisection method. Right. So number of iterations is not mentioned here. What? So what, up to 2 decimal places, how many iterations you have to do, it is depend on the problem. Okay, so we'll take the problem. Find a real root of the equation f of x is equal to x cube minus x minus 1 is equal to 0. Now see here, given the correct to the 3 decimal places, correct to the decimal places. Okay, solution. Given that f of x is equal to x cube minus x minus 1 is equal to 0. We have given this one. Now what here? You have to find a and b now. So first of all, I will find f of 0 now. So you have to do this with the help of trial and error. If it is given that if the root of the equation lies between 0 and 1, so by using bisection method, command is given. There are 3 methods. Okay, so we will see only here what we will see the bisection method. Next we will see the regular Cauchy method, or method of false position, and the Newton-Raphson method. So these are the 3 methods to find the root of the equation. Okay, so now we will find f of 0. This is what? Minus 1. So f of 0 is minus 1. We will find f of 1 now. We will find f of 1. So what is f of 1? Is 1 minus 1. So this is 1 now. Okay, so now we will find f of 2 now. This is what? 8 minus 2 minus 1. Right? So this is what? Then this is 5 now. So now your f of 1 is greater than 0. Oh, this is minus 1. F of 1 minus 1. F of minus 1 is less than 0, and f of 2 is greater than 0. Right? So we get 1 and 2. Right? So therefore root lies between 1 and 2. This is very important here. Okay, root by. So now here what? F of 1 is less than 0, f of 2 is greater than 0. Now our first approximate root is 1 upon 1 plus 2 upon 2 upon 2. So that is what? 3 by 2. So this is 3 upon 2. This is 3 upon 2. So this is 1.5. This is 1.5. So what we will do? We will find f of 1.5. Find the value of f of 1.5. It is better to take a decimal in the decimal point form. Okay. So f of 1.5 is what? So we have to do this with the help of the scientific calculator. Scientific calculator is allowed to you. Just I will write directly value of this one. Here I have calculated 8 by 7. So 8 by 7. So 8 by 7. So see here I have taken only 3 by 2. So 8 by 7. So this is 1 point. Okay. So 8 by 7 now. So this is 1 point. So what we get? 1 here then. Okay. Again 1.1. Okay. So then this is 4 will be there. Okay. So now this is 0. So this will be then 5. This will be 5. This will be 5. Again this is 5. Then this is 50. Then this will be 7. Okay. So I write this is what? 1, 5, 7 and something like this. Okay. So now here what? But this is positive. This is what? Greater than 0. This is greater than 0. Now see which one is less than 0 in the previous. F of 1 is less than 0. So f of 1 less than 0, and f of, I will write this is what? 3 by 2. Don't worry. 3 by 2 is what? Greater than 0. Therefore root lies in 1 and 3 by 2. 1 and 3 by 2. Okay, so only here what we want, only the positiveness and negativeness only. Okay, so now your x2 will be what? Your x2 is what? 1 plus 3 by 2 upon 2. So this is what? 4. This is 7 by, this is 7. This is 5, not 2. 5 by 4. So this is 1.25. 1.25. 1.25. Okay. So now here what? Your x1 is what? 1.5. Okay. Your x1 is what? No need to find that. Okay. 1.5. Okay. Your x1 is 1.5. Now we'll find f of x2 now. F of x2, that is what? F of 1.25. F of 1.25. So this is what? 1.25 cube minus 1.25 minus 1. Okay. So I will take the value of this one is just minus 19 by 64. This is less than 0. Okay. So it is better to find the value of this one. Okay. So what? You will check what is the value of this one. You will check the value of this one. Find out the value of this one. Now see, that is what? Less than 0. I don't have the scientific calculator. Just I have solved this problem. Just I have here. But this is less than 0. So f of x2 is less than 0. That means f of what? 1.25 is less than 0. And see the just previous. Which one is the positive? This was the previous. Which one was the positive? F of 3 by 2. So that means what? F of 1.5 is greater than 0. Okay. So therefore root lies between, not like this is should be between. Okay. Between. So if you want to say like in, then you have to write the interval then. Like between 1.5 and 1.25. Okay. So this is now your x3 1.5 plus 1.25 upon 2. So this is what the, okay, so 1.5, 1.25, 2.75. So this is 2.75 upon 2. So this is 1 point. This is 1 point. Okay. So then this is what? 3. Then this is what? 7 and 5. This is 1.375. Okay. So now here what? 1.5, 1.25, then 1.37. So they are not here. So you have to do the iteration. You have to do the iterations. So f of x3 then you have to find. F of x3 is equal to f of 1.375 is equal to 1.375 cube minus 1.375 minus 1. So find this value. So you will check that this value is positive now. This is positive. So therefore f of 1.375 is positive. Now which one you want? Negative. So in the just previous step, which one is the negative? So see, this is what? 1.25 is negative now here. Just in the previous one, 1.25. So f of 1.25 is negative. This is 75. No? Is it 25? Yes, 1.25 is negative. Negative. Therefore, root lies between 1.375 and 1.25. 1.25. Yes, 1.25. So now we get x3. So we get x4 now. 1.375. Is it 375? Yes. Plus 1.25 upon 2. So what? 1.375, 1.25. So this is 2. Then this is 1. This is 6. 2.625 upon 2. So this is 1.375. See, this is not approximate to this, but this is 3, then this will be 0, this will be what? Oh, this will not 0, it will be 1, it will be 1, then this is 2, it will be 2, and then this is 5. Okay, we get this one. Okay, now we find f of x4 now. So this is f of 1.3125 is equal to 1325 cube minus 1.3125 minus 1. Find out the value of this one. Find out the value of this one with the help of scientific calculator. Okay, and we'll check whether this is positive or negative. We'll check this is positive or negative. So this is negative now. This is negative. This value is negative. Okay. Now therefore what? F of 1.3125 less than 0. Just see the previous one. This is the previous step. Just previous step. Which one is positive? F of 1.375 is positive. Now see, we are going to our approximate values. 13137. 1.3 up to 1 decimal places we get a correct. So therefore what? Root lies in between. Don't say in, between 1.3125 and 1.375. Okay, so now this your x5 will be then 1.3125 plus 1.375 upon 2. So we'll write this as what? This is what? 1.3125. So this will what then? This will be 5. This is 7, 8, 6, 2 point. Okay, upon 2. So this is 1, 3, 4. Then this is 3. Then 7, 5. Right? Now see, up to your x4 is what? 1.31, 1.3. Up to 1 decimal places we get this one. You have to find f of x5 also. F of x5 is equal to f of 1.34375 is equal to. So this is what? 1.34375 square minus 1.34375 minus 1. Find the value of this one. Find the value of this one. By using the calculator, just this is cube. Okay, this is cube. Just write, use the calculator. Just like this is what? Bracket. Just like this, bracket cube. Then take this cube. There is a facility for raised to 3 minus. Just type this figure again. Minus 1. Just we get a value. Just check the screen. Just write here and check whether it is positive or negative. So this will be positive. This is greater than 0. So what we get then? F of 1.34375 is greater than 0. And just see the which one is the negative. This one is the negative. So this is what? F of 1.3125 is less than 0. If it is positive, take the latest negative, right? Take the latest negative one. So if it is negative, take the positive one. So therefore root lies between 1.34375 and 1.3125. Okay. Now we get x5. We'll take x6 now. x6 is equal to 134,375 plus 1.3125 upon 2. So this is 1.34375. So this will what? So this is 5, 2, 6, 5. This is 6, 2.6. So it is what? Upon 2. 2.65625. Okay. So now this is what? 1. Then this will be 3. This will be 2. Then this will be 8. This will be 1. And this will be 4. So this will be 5 then. Because what? Actually this is this is 3 will be then. This will be 3. Because what? 2 and then 1 remains, that means this is 5, so this will be 3 then. Okay, so now we'll find f6, f of x6, that is f of 1.32. See, the previous one is what, x5 is 1.34 now. Again, up to 1 decimal places they are the equal now. Okay, so up to this is what, 3 f of 3 to 813 is equal to, right? So this is what, 1.32813 bracket square minus 1.32813 minus 1 is equal to, find the value of this with the help of calculator. So it will be 1.325. Okay, so instead of this 25 I have taken this as this. So this is positive now. This is positive. So we'll take this as 25. This will take 25. Okay, so instead of this 3, instead of rounding, we'll take this 25. No need to rounding this. Instead of rounding, we'll take this. Okay, so this will be at 25. Okay, so this is positive. That means what, f of f6, that is f of 1.328125 is positive, and just we have to take the latest negative. So latest negative is this. Okay, so f of 1.3125 is less than 0. Is less than 0. Therefore, root lies in, very simple. This method is very simple. Only what you have to take the calculation. You have to do the iteration. So we are doing these iterations now. We have did the 6th iteration. So this is what root lies in. Root lies between, not in, between 1.328125 and 1.3125. Okay. So now your x7 will be 1.328125 plus 1.31. This is 31 upon 2. So this will be what? So here what, 1.328125. Okay, so this is 5260462 upon 2 upon 2. So this is what, 1, then this will what, 3, this will be 2, it will be 0, this is 3, this is 1, this is 2, 5. Okay, now see the your up to 2 decimal places we get the correct. Up to decimal, up to 3 decimal places we have to do this one. Okay, so this is what. So now we will find f of x7. F of x7 is equal to 1.3203125 cube minus 1.320315 minus 1. Find the value of this one now. Find the value of this one. It is negative now. This is negative. You will check this. You will check this. So 1.32033125 is less than 0. Just which one is the greater than 0 now? Just previous one. Which one is the greater than 0? See this 1.32. This is greater than 0. F of 1.328125 is what? Greater than 0. Therefore, root lies between 1.3125 and 1.328125. Okay. Oh, we don't want this up to this. We will remove this. So if you are, this is x7, so this is now x8 now. What is the number? X8 1.32 1.32033125 plus 1.328125 upon 2. So this is what? 1.3282125. Okay, so this is equal to 5. This is equal to 5. 7 3 4 8 4 6 2 upon 2. So this is 1, 3, 2, 4. 4, 2, 1, 8, 2, 5. Okay, so what is the previous one? Okay, so we did too much calculation, so we will stop here now. This will be the desired root. The desired root is 1.3242. We did not get up to 3 decimal places. We have to do the more calculation. You will reach at that point. Okay. So now it is enough now. Up to 8 iteration, it is enough now. Okay. So if you don't get this within 8 or 7 or 8 iteration, just do only the 8 iteration. So you will get error actually. Okay, so we'll do one more problem. Find a real root of the equation f of x is equal to x cube minus 4x minus 9 is equal to 0. Correct to 4 decimal places. Actually, what we have to do this up to correct 4 decimal. So up to 4 decimal places should be same. x3, x6 and x7. Their 4 decimal places will be should be the same. But what it is depend on the iteration. We cannot do more iteration, right? So because there is a time limit for to solve the problem also. Okay. So solution. Given that f of x is equal to x cube minus 4x minus 9. Okay, x cube 4 minus 4x. Okay, this is correct. Okay, so for trial and error you have to find a and b. For trial and error you have to find a and b such way that f of a is positive, f of b is negative, or f of a is negative, f of b is positive. So we start from 0 now. So f of 0 is minus 9. So this is less than 0. We'll do for f of 1 now. 1 minus 4 minus 9. So this will be also no need to find actually value of this one, what? Minus 12. Again this is less than 0. So now we will find f of 2 now. So f of 2 is 8 minus 9. So this will what? Minus 9. This is less than 0. Okay. So now we will find f of 3 now. So this is what? 27 minus 12 minus 9. So minus 12 minus 9 is minus 21. So this is 6. And now this is positive. Right? So take the distance is 1 now. Okay, so don't write your root lies between 0 and 3. Right? Okay, so f of 0 is negative and f of 3 is positive. But keep the distance is 1 now. Okay? So choose a and b such that their distance is minimum, because you have to take the middle value of that one. You have to take the middle of that one. So you have to do then more iterations, right? You have to do the more iterations now to reach up to your desired root. So we'll take a and b such way that the difference is very less. Okay? So therefore what? F of 2 you have to write here. F of 2 is greater, f of 3 is greater than 0 and f of 2 is less than 0. Therefore root lies in between. Root lies not in. I have to write an interval then. Root lies between 2 and 3. Now we'll write out first desired root is what? 2 plus 3 upon 2. This is what? 5 by 2. This is what? 5 by 2. So this will, I will take this is what? 2.5. Now I find the value of f of 2.5 then. F of 2.5. 2.5 cube minus 4 into 2.5 minus 9. We are interested in sign only for this one. For f of you are finding this, we are interested in sign only. So what? Do the calculator, take your calculator, write, type this as it is now, write the bracket, type this 2.5, complete the bracket, write the power of this one raised to 3, write minus 4 bracket 2.5 bracket complete minus 9. Type in this way on your scientific calculator. So whatever the value you get, so with the help of the calculator, find the value of this one. This is less than 0. This is negative. This is negative. So now f of so what is that? 2.5. F of 2.5 is less than 0. Just see the previous one. Which one is the positive? So f of 3 is positive. F of 3 is greater than 0. Right? So therefore root lies between 2.5 and 3. Now your x2 is 2.5 plus 3 upon 2, 5.5 upon 2. So this is 2 point. Just to add to do this one. 2 point. So 1 is there. So 5. So this is 7. Then this will be 5. 2.75. 2.75. You have to find f of 2.75. 2.75 is what? 2.75 cube minus 4. 2.75 minus is it 1? Minus 9. This is minus 9 now. Find the value of this one. And this value is positive now. This value is positive. You check yourself whether this is positive or not. Okay. Now your f of 2.75 is positive, and just check which one is the negative in the previous step. So this was the previous step. Which one was the negative? 2.5 was the negative. F of 2.5 is negative. Right? So therefore, very simple method is that you have to only take the care of the positive and negative only. Right? So if you get the positive, just take the previous negative. If you get the negative, take the previous one as positive now. Because what their product is negative. Okay? So therefore, root lies in 2.7 between 2.75 and 2.5. 2.5. This is what? 2.5. So this is x2. So this is x3. So 2.75 plus 2.5 upon 2. So this is what? 5.15. Oh, not something for 2. 5.25 upon 2. 5.25 upon 2. So now this is what? 2. Then this is 6. Then this is 6. Then 5. 5 means this is 2. And then 5. 2.625. Okay, we'll find the value of this is what? 2.625 is equal to 2.625 cube minus 4. 2.625 minus 9. Find the value of this one. So this value is negative now. This value is negative. So find the value of this one. This is negative. So therefore f of 2.625 is less than 0, and just take the previous one before x3. This was the previous one. Right? Just previous step is what? This, right? So this is negative. Just take the positive one. So this is f of 2.75 is greater than 0. Therefore, root lies in 2.625 and 2.75. Okay. Now You have to take the middle one. You have to take the middle one now. So this is x3, then x4. x4 is equal to 2.625 plus 2.75. We have to do this up to 4 decimal places. So x3, see, we get x 2.5. So now see, we will do x4 now here. So what here? Upon 2. So this is what then? So 2 point, okay? 2 point, this is 5, this is 5, this is 7, this is 13, this is 13. 5, this is what? This is 5, this is 7, 13, 1, this is 5 upon 2. Okay? So this will be what? 2 point. Okay? 1 is there, that means 6 is there. Okay? So 8, then 7, 5. So this is what? 68, 75. Okay? So we'll find this value. F of, now see, your x3 is what? x3 is this 2.6. Up to 1 decimal places they are correct now. Okay? So now we'll find this f of 2.6875. Okay? So this is equal to 2.6875 cube minus 4 into 2.6875 minus 9. Find the value of this one. Now we check this value is positive or negative. This value is negative now. This value is negative. This value is negative. So therefore f of 2.6875 is negative, and just check the previous one, this is negative, this is positive. So 2.75 is positive. 2.75 is positive. Therefore root lies in between 2.6875 and 2.75. x4, you have the x4. Now x5 will be now. x5 will be what? 2.6875 plus 2.75 upon 2. So this will be. The 75 will be as it is now. Then 8, 7, 15, 1. So 7, 14 this is. Then this is 5 upon 2. So this is what? 2.7. Then this will be 2. Then 17. This will be 8. Then this is 15. This is 7. Then this will 5. Okay? 72. Okay, so we do this 68, 75, 2.75. See, this is 75. This is 13. This is 13. This is 1. So this is not 5. This is 3. So this will be 1 then. This will be 1. Okay, other thing is correct now. Okay, so you have to do the calculation with the help of the calculator. Just write in bracket. So write this in bracket. Right, bracket this plus this, bracket complete, upon divided by 2. So you will get that value. Okay, so no need to find this upon 2 this. Directly you will find the value of this one now with the help of calculator now. Just write this and this, directly write the value of this one. Okay, now we find f of 2.71875 is equal to 2.71875 cube minus 4 into 2.17875 minus 9. Whatever the value, we'll check whether this is positive or negative. Check this is positive or negative. So that is negative now. This value is negative now. This value is negative. Just check this is what, this is negative. That means what? F of 2.71875 is negative, and you have to check which one is the positive. before just the previous one. So this was the positive. 275 is the positive. 2.75 is greater than 0. Therefore, what root lies between 2.71875 plus 2.75 and okay. So root lies between this. So find out then x5 x6 now. X6 will be what? Now here what here? This is what? Now see here. It is changed now 2.6. It was before it was what? Up to 1 decimal places it was correct, but now here what? 2.71. Okay. So that means what again? We are in problem now. So this is what? 2.71875 plus 2.75. Okay, upon 2 because just previous one were x5. Now see what we get now, x6 now. So this is what then 875 will be as it is your last then 5, this is 6, then this is 4, and this is what 2 point upon 2, this is 5. Okay, so now this is what 2 point, this is 7 now. Okay, we get 7 now here. 8, this is 3 now. 3, 4, 3, 15 means 7, 5, 7, 5. Okay, so we get okay. So I hope that you can do this one. We get up to 1 decimal places. Find out the x7 and x7. Check for x7 what we get this. Okay, we are correct now up to this. Okay, I hope that you can do this one. So the same method you have to do this. So scientific calculator is allowed actually. So you can write. You can find the value of this one. So find your desired root now here. Okay. So in the exam, so it will be for 2 iterations, 318. Question will be asked in the 2 iteration, 3 iteration only. Okay. So I hope that you understand this. Now here what? If you want to suppose we have the equation like this. Find root of real root. Find real root of the equation f of x is equal to 5x log x minus 5 minus 6 log x minus 6 is equal to 0. Correct to 3 decimal places. Now here what? You have problem to find f of 0, f of 1, f of 2, f of 3. Okay. So what we'll do? We'll find f of 0 because log 0 do not exist. Okay. So solution given that f of x is equal to 5x log x minus 6. Note that the scientific calculator is provided to you. It is allowed in the exam. Okay. So we'll find f of 0 you cannot find here. So for x log x is there. That means your domain is what? Strictly greater than 0. You have to take x greater than 0 only. Okay. So we'll find f of 1 now. F of 1 is minus 6 now. Because log 1 is 0. Log 1 is 0. Okay. So whether log 1 is 0, so log 1 is 0 now here. So base is e now here. That means you have to take ln. You have to take ln now. So ln of 1 is always 0 now, no problem here. So now f of 2 now. So what is what? This is 10. ln of 2 minus 6. You have to find natural logarithm. You have to find. Okay? You have to find natural logarithm. Okay, so base is not given in mathematics. That means your base is e. If it is base 10 is given to you, so then that will be 10. If base is not given, then you have to assume that base is e. So you have to take the ln now. Okay. So whatever this value I will write, just you will check your scientific calculator whether this is correct or not. So if it is check this is correct or not. 9, 3, 1, 4, 7, 8. So this is positive. This is negative. Oh, this is positive and this is negative now. So therefore root lies between 1 and 2. Okay. So now with the help of this one, now just with the help of the previous one, you can find the desired root. Okay. So these steps are very important here. So only what to find the position of the root. This is the position of your root. Your root lies between 1 and 2. Now you have to find the approximate root between 1 and 2. So in the numerical analysis, we are finding the approximate value. So we have to find the approximate value, approximate root of that equation, which is lies between. Just we got a position where your root lies is between 1 and 2. This is final now. Okay. So now what you have to find is the approximate correct root of this equation. So you have to do the iteration now. Just in the previous way, bisection method, your x1 is what? x1 is equal to 1 plus 2 upon 2. So that is 3 upon 2. Take this is at 1.5. Just find out f of 1.5. Check whether this is positive or negative. Just which one will what? So this what? Your root lies between c f of 1.5. So from my calculation, so your f of 1.5, your f of 1.5 is less than 0. Is less than 0. Right? So therefore what? F of 1.5 is less than 0. You just see the which one was the previous. F of 2 is greater than 0. Therefore root lies in 1.5 between. Root lies between 1.5 and 2. So your x2 is what? 1.5 plus 2 upon 2. So this is 3.5 upon 2. So 3 point, this is what? 1. So 7, then 5. This is 1.75. Just find f of 1.75. Check this is positive. If it is positive, then check the previous one. That means your root lies between 1.75. If it is positive, if it is negative, just take which was the positive, f of 2. Then the root lies between 1.75 and 2, and so on. I hope that you can do this one. Okay. So this problem you can solve completely this problem. Okay. So I hope that you can do this one. I hope you can solve this one, because scientific calculator is allowed to you. Now same thing here. Find real root of the equation. So suppose this equation is given. So x e raised to x minus 1 is equal to 0. Okay. So now, so we have this equation x e raised to x minus 1. Now scientific calculator is provided to you. Easily you can find the value of f of 0 now. So f of 0 is minus 1. Now f of 1. F of 1 is what? E minus 1. Now approximate value of E is what? Something like 2.43, something like this. Approximate value of E. So what is the approximate value of E? 2 point something. Okay. 2.7 something like this. Yeah, you are familiar with this one. Right. So this is positive now. See, this is positive. This is this, right? So f of 0 is negative and f of 1 is positive. Therefore, root lies between 0 and 1. So you have to take the middle value of this one now. That means what? We have to take the arithmetic mean. Arithmetic mean. So x1 is what? 0 plus 1 upon 2. So 1 upon 2. This is 0.5. Right? So you have to find the value of e to the power 5. Then find f of what? F of 0.5. So this is what then 0.5. E raised to 0.5. With the help of the scientific calculator you can find. See e raised to, where e raised to? Okay. So check that, and this value, whatever this value will be negative now. This, according to me, this is negative. So that means what? F of 0.5 is less than 0, and check which was the positive. F of 1 was the positive now. Next. Okay. So now your h2 is what? 0.5 plus 1 upon 2. So 1.5 upon 2. So this is 0.75. So this is what your 0.75 you get. So find out f of x2. Check whether it is positive. For function value you have to, for only what you don't want the correct value actually. So you, whether this is positive, you are actually you want the correct value, because what you want the sign only now. Whether it is positive or, we are not using that value anywhere now. Just we are using the positive value or whether it is positive or negative. So now this is positive, then check the previous one was negative. This will, the root lies between this. So if this is positive, then if it is negative, then it is lies between 75 and 1 and so on. So you are going to nearer to your roots. So with the help of the bisection method, you can find the value of this one. So if the trigonometric function is there, that means suppose you have the value of sine of some cos x minus 1, suppose this. So now your calculator, just see here, you have to write the mode of this one. Just press mode up to this r and theta up to this, right? So your mode is what? You have to write in the radian mode. So on the screen there is d and r now. So d and r. So you have to write r now. Your calculator in the position. This is what in terms of degree and this is in terms of radian measure. So you have to set your calculator. So type the mode like this, right? You get some degree and radian now. So up to that is, for degree it is 0, or radian it is 1, then press 0 now, right? So your calculator is converted into radian degree measure. For radian it is 1, so press 1. So your calculator is in the radian mode now. So degree mode and radian mode. This is very important while solving the problems on the. So always keep your calculator on the radian mode now, right? So if it is what was 30 degree, this question is there, then only what? So you set your calculator in the degree mode now, right? By using this mode. There is a mode. There is a key mode. Just press it, that up to we get the degree and radian, right? So for degree and radian, so digits are given now. This is 0 and 1. So if you press 0, just press 0 now. So your calculator is converted into degree measure. So press 1, then what? Your calculator is converted into radian measure. Okay. So do this here for if there is a trigonometric function. I hope that. And for trial and error, you have to find f of 0, f of 1, f of 2, f of 3 up to 4. Otherwise, go reverse way. F of minus 1, f of minus 2, f of minus 3, and so on. See here, if we suppose f of 1 is the f of 0 is negative, f of 1 is negative, f of 2 is negative, we get negative. Just now change up to 4. Okay. Now change your root now. Change your root. So that means what? Change your way now. This one. Go for f of minus 1, f of minus 2, f of minus 3, f of minus 4. So easily you get at least one root. So that means what? Your root should be like between like this: minus 2, minus 3, minus 3, minus 4, 0, minus 1, or 0, 1, 0, 1, like this. Okay. Or minus 1, 0. Okay. Minus 1, minus 2. Okay. So your root should be so a and b should survey that then distance is 1. Then distance is mod of a minus b is 1. Okay. So I hope that you understand the bisection method. Okay. So we stop here.